What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Let's see if we can get the lighting a little better here. There we go. Welcome back for another stream. Got some food for you. Grass-fed beef, raw unsalted butter, organic baked potatoes. And I put a little salt on my potatoes. What do you guys think about that? Huh? It's called experimenting. A little bit of mineral salt. I'm ravaged as usual. Thanks for showing up, everybody. What's up, Andy? How you doing, man? Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Sorry I've been gone so long, everybody. It's just hard to do a lot of streams on here. Busy, man. Life gets busy. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with you there, First G. Not sure, buddy. What's up, Sam? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you, First G, man. Sounds like you got a destroyed gut or something going on there. Never had heart attacks on Raw Primal, that's for sure. Tuna and butter, that sounds good, man. How many times do I go to the bathroom a week? Probably 5. What's up, Samuel Atwood? Yeah, man, I think you got to experiment with the salt thing and figure out what works best for you. Because like old Agenus said, some people have like adrenal issues and they need a little bit of salt. Yeah, once every 2 days sounds about right on bathroom. What's up, Sebastian? Sorry, my lighting's a little orangey today. I don't have my my white light. How long did it take me to get used to raw milk? I didn't have to get used to it, man. I mean, the first time I ever drank it, I drank probably a gallon that first day. Never had any issues with it. Some people, though, they detox really hard off raw milk. I'm not sure if that's because of toxicity or different people's levels of different gut damage in people's bodies can maybe make gut permeability to where the milk passes through. But I never had that issue, man. I never had too many gut problems in my life. Bald Primal, what's up, buddy? How do I take care of my beard? I just trim it. You gotta learn the art of beard trimming and shaping. You want to, it's all about shaping your beard, man. You want to shape it to your face. So, if you have like a longer face, like me, then you want to shape your beard into more of a squarish and a wider. So, I use my beard to widen out my face, my longer, narrower face. If you have a square head, square face, then you want to shape your beard into making your face longer. So it's really all about just shaping it, man. But that's all I do. I don't use any oils or anything on it. I never understood like beard oil. I don't understand the point of that. Do I eat butter? Yeah, this is butter. I eat butter every stream, man. raw, unsalted butter. I eat tons of it. I eat like 1.5 pounds of this stuff a week. Very nutritious. Very easily digested fat source. Very good for you, man. High in vitamin A and saturated fats, cholesterol. What's up, Amber? Raw milk is definitely better than destroyed milk. I agree. Destroyed milk is trash. Chris Lucas, any differences between fresh and frozen raw meat and dairy? Allegedly, there's nutritional differences. I eat mostly frozen, but I might start ordering from Amos Miller so I can get fresh grass-fed. It's really hard to find fresh, grass-fed, grass-finished meat at a reasonable price. I have a good source here, but it's all delivered frozen. So I choose to eat frozen meat because it's got no chemicals in it. If you're eating grain-finished meat, you're most likely eating glyphosate from the Roundup sprayed on the grains the animals are eating. So that's not good for you at all. And it's going to give you diseases eventually. So that's why I choose to eat 100% grass-fed even if it's frozen. But allegedly there's some slight nutritional differences. But I eat 90% of my meat frozen. And I don't know, it doesn't really look like I have like nutritional deficiencies, and I definitely don't feel like it. So just you got to kind of go with what you feel like at a certain point, not just what people tell you. The brawny paper towel look is always timeless. Thank you. I think it goes good with the beard. This is like my favorite shirt since I grew a beard. Appreciate it. I'll take that as a compliment. Dogs are great, man. Dogs are super healthy. Healthier and chunkier than ever. Little chunky boys. Still eating raw meat, raw bones, all that good stuff. Desmomoto says, what do you think about salt? Do we need to eat salt? I don't know, dude. I do not know the answer to that. My instinct says no, because I never felt like I needed salt on this diet. But I just experiment with it now and then to see if it makes me feel better. But it's hard to tell because I'm in such good health as it is, that any sort of improvements in my health are very subtly noticed. So it's really hard to say. I don't notice anything shockingly different when I add salt to my diet. Let's put it that way. And I've gone almost 3 years without ever adding it. Paul Primal says, I got to email you AB's last book. He wanted to release the food book. I have a PDF. It's a short read. Dude, I want to check that out for sure. I'd be surprised if I haven't seen it yet, but if I haven't, it sounds really interesting. The food book, huh? What a name. Do I eat raw fish? Oh yeah. I ate lots of raw swordfish, man. It's my favorite. I'm actually starting to prefer fish over beef. Big time. Like, I really love like fish and oysters for dinner, man. These potatoes are good for bulking up, I think. I've been doing a lot of potatoes and raw meat, raw milk while I'm lifting weights. What fats have I been eating besides butter? Well, just beef fat. You know, there's fat on the beef here, on the edges of the beef there. Milk fat, cheese. Chill out on the all caps there, Amber. I don't even know what you're trying to say. Black Ortho says, any benefits to eating 50% raw diet, or is all the magic happen 100%? Now, you probably get some benefits from 50%. It's definitely better than going like 100% cooked. At least you're getting some raw enzymes and raw bacteria and things like that in your body. It's a big advance from a 100% cooked diet. Could you do more videos on how you feed the dogs? I'd love to know more. What do you feed them? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I could use some good make some easy videos like that. Yeah, the reason I don't make a bunch of videos, man, because it's way too time consuming. Is bone a food? Bone marrow, for sure. Bone, probably not. I would say no. It's obviously not meant to be eaten. Unless it's maybe a tiny bone. What percentage of your food is fat versus meat or organs? I do about a pound of meat per meal. And I use about 1/5 of a pound of butter with that. So do the math on that. It seems to work out pretty good. How do I make my potatoes? Toaster oven on high for 1 hour and 5 minutes. Thoughts on Sfarage? Good guy. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to talk bad about anybody on YouTube. It's immature. Good guy. I wish him the best in life. Is it healthy to lose fat? If you're not in a toxic world. Amber Lance says, I'm 57 years old. My eyesight causes typos, and I have the screen hooked up to a TV too. I can tell you're having some issues there with your caps lock. Do I have my wisdom teeth? Yes, I do. But I got 4 permanent teeth removed when I got my braces in to make room for my wisdom teeth. Do I avoid EMF? Oh yeah. I just made a video on the cage I sleep in. I sleep in a Faraday cage to avoid all cell phone and Wi-Fi. This shirt right here is a silver-lined EMF blocking shirt. So I've been wearing that every single day for the last like 2 weeks at least. I wear it every day in the winter because I can put a shirt over it. But otherwise it gets a little old wearing the same shirt every day in the summer and springtime. So dude, what language are you guys speaking in there? Caps lock. Yeah, it's a boomer lock. Boiled potatoes lose harmful oxalates first baked. You okay with baked? Yeah, I'm fine. I've been eating baked potatoes forever, dude, and I don't see any issues with oxalates really. For me personally. Hey Ben, I think you got some kind of language function set on your... You're not speaking in English, dude. At least it doesn't come up as English on here. Frank Tufano, great guy, dude. I wish him the best in life. Bald Primal says, do you wash your dishes with only water or use soap? No, I don't use soap, dude. To be clear, I don't watch Frank Tufano and I don't watch Sverige. But I wish him all the best. How do I go about frozen ground meat and frozen organs? What do you mean by that? Frozen. Do I ground the Faraday cage? I tried making one and it doesn't work great. It blocks 9% Wi-Fi, no cell signal. No, I do not ground it, and it works fine. What did you make it out of? You gotta make it out of like window screen. You gotta block the bottom too, the floor. How old am I? I am 68 years old. It's a testament to this diet. I look pretty good for 68, huh? What's up, Steve Mack? Steve Mack Productions. Good to see you, man. Polybug, what brand is your EMF shirt? My EMF shirt is a, I believe it is Get Lambs. GETLAMES.com. LAMBS. Steve Max said, used to speak with you on Instagram until they banned my phone number. Came off most social media altogether. Yeah, those guys. What'd they ban you for? Social media is messed up nowadays, man. That's why I bounce back and forth between here and Instagram. So, you know, I gotta slowly build each channel up. I can't do both at the same time. But if one gets deleted, then I'll come back to the other one and have one to fall back on, you know? Possible to gain muscle on zero carbs carnivore diet. You can get muscular, but I don't know about like the heavy gains. I seem to be able to push through workouts, like upper body workouts, a lot better if I eat carbs, like a potato or something beforehand. You're speaking Hebrew. Oh, okay. Got some Hebrews in here. What's up, get a job? Chris Lucas says, bro, I thought you were 40. No, dude, I'm 68 years old. Eat the raw primal diet, guys. You'll look young when you're an old man. Victoria, what's your view on parasites, good or bad? Parasites are our little homies. They're your little homies. They're your buddies. My view is that parasites will only thrive inside of a degenerated system. So if your body's broken down and has abundance of dead tissue and things like that, then the parasites will have a environment to thrive in, and so they work actually symbiotically in your body to help break that tissue down for you. And that's just how they function. So they're not here to destroy us, kill us. They have a natural function in the world. I'm gonna eat my potatoes now in shame, off camera, because it's not raw food. But it's still my favorite. No one's gonna convince me not to eat baked potatoes. Black Ortho says, your other video, you're eating raw pork, not concerned with trichinosis. I'd like to try to change away from beef, but concerned with the horror stories from people eating bear and getting it. Dude, no. You're not going to get trichinosis from pork, dude. I've eaten tons of it, never had an issue. Everything that they're telling us is bullshit, basically. I've eaten all these foods and never gotten worms or freaking prions or anything. They're lies, dude. Don't believe the lies. Steve Max says, I was posting about raw meat, flat earth, water, ogenous, C19, everything they hate. We spoke about dentistry a lot. Ogenous, the world in general. It actually helped my friend with his root canal issue. My name on Instagram was No Bear. Okay, yeah, I think I remember, man. Coined after I used to listen to Owen Benjamin a lot more. Hope he's well. Yeah, Owen's doing good, man. Owen is doing very well. I don't listen to his streams that much anymore, but I follow his Instagram, and it's hilarious, dude. You want potato, buddy? How optimistic are you about the future of where the world is going? The last 2 years got me cuckoo, but after processing it all, I feel stronger and more ready. Yeah, dude, life is all a test. This whole world is designed by evil forces to drive you crazy, basically. So the strong will be able to persevere and not go crazy and not climb the clock tower and start shooting people, basically. So if you can make it through the hard times in life, you will come out a way stronger person on the other end. Like, I've been through a lot of shit in my life, and I came out super strong on the other side. So you just got to push through, man. And that's just, it's cliche, and it's what everybody says, but it's so freaking true, man. It's so true. Like, you're not going to become a strong person with a strong character unless you go through a bunch of shit. That's how it works. Like they say, hard times create strong men, or however that saying goes, but that's what happens. So if you're coddled your whole life, if you never have any adversity, then you're just going to become weak. But this is all for a reason, man. All this stuff is in this world to teach us lessons. So take the lessons and use them, apply them to your life. Still got retainer after taking off your braces. I got mine and I want to remove it as it works as a magnet to EMF. Same with earrings, metal glasses, and so on. Yeah, any metal in your body is going to be a magnet to EMF. It's no good. I actually never had a retainer, and I don't know why. But yeah, it's never had a retainer. I don't know why. Some people did, some people didn't. I guess my teeth were okay. These are tiny potatoes, dude. You know, potato guy? Desmomoto says, besides potato, what other carbs or non-animal foods do you eat? I drink a little bit of kombucha. I had a bunch of cherry pies over the holidays. This cherry pie is freaking delicious. But as far as regular carbs, just fruit when it's in season. I don't eat fruit in the winter. So just fruit, potatoes, and kombucha. Amber says, I did the prion magnets on the supermarket meat and my market didn't have them. Do they exist? I'm not sure what exactly you're talking about, to be honest with you. I've never heard of a prion magnet. My German Shepherd loves raw milk. Oh, I bet. These guys do too. They go crazy when I pour it out. Fall primals at bad to eat potato skins. There's actually a lot of nutrients in potato skins, man. It's probably more beneficial to eat it, to be honest with you. But I don't. I've never eaten potato skins. I'm not sure. It's just like a natural thing. I've just never felt like eating them. Andy says, if potatoes are okay, are sweet potatoes okay? I'm just curious. Yeah, they are, but I think if you're concerned about oxalates, sweet potatoes have a lot more. Amber says, this dude said prions were tiny, metal pieces and magnetic on the meat, so I tried it on the chicken. That's hilarious. Someone was definitely messing with you. I think prions are like folded proteins or something. I'm not even sure. I honestly don't even care, but it's kind of interesting because it could have been responsible for like the mad cow disease thing. But yeah, prions are like folded proteins or something like that. They're definitely not metal chunks. Psychedelics showed me the world as a test. Have you tried any? I may have taken a few trips down the rabbit hole in my day. I may have. But yes, they will do that. Definitely. They will show you a lot of things. Amber says the clock tower shooter had a brain tumor. What's up, Brandon Johnson? Good to see you, man. My loyal moderators are back. I thought I made you a moderator too to get a job. What the hell? Did you get demodded? Can't make you a moderator, bro. I gotta sign in. There you go, buddy. You get a ranch, dude. Let's see. Are those pork chops or beef? I was just eating beef. Bunch of cherry pies, yes. Yes, cherry pies are the best, dude. Black Ortho, thoughts on mercury silver fillings? No biggie, or get them out ASAP? Get them out ASAP, dude. And if you got a root canal, get that tooth out of your skull ASAP too. Really bad for you. Can create all sorts of toxicity in your body and disease. Removing a root canal from my mouth was a big step in my health over the last 3 years. Do you ever eat cooked meat occasionally? Yes. A few times a month I'll go out and get like a rare steak. If I'm eating out with people or whatever, I'll eat like a cooked meal. But it's always like steak and potatoes or steak and rice. I don't mess around with like much else. I don't eat like vegetables or breads or anything. Steve Max says, we really appreciate you coming on stream, dude. Nice, man. Yeah. It's a pretty good turnout for a guy that only streams like once a month at the most, but I'm trying to do it more often. It's just getting the time, dude. Getting the time. YouTube is not as easy as Instagram. Like, I mean, I could make it easy as Instagram if I wanted to like just stream from my phone in my kitchen. But I like this setup. This is fairly professional looking. It's a nice camera. It's nice software. So it takes a little bit to set this up. And then I email everybody. So I have like a live stream notification list, which if you want to be on, email me. So I email everybody beforehand. That takes a little time. How many hours do I sleep a night? About 8. Sometimes I sleep less. I can get away with like 7 or 6.5. And I'm not tired. But if I don't have to work or something like that, like I'll sleep 8 hours. I usually sleep if I have to work in the morning, I'm on a schedule obviously, so I'll go to bed at like 10 o'clock, 10:30, wake up at 6:30. But on the weekends I'll stay up till like midnight. Go to bed, sleep till like 8:30. Amber Lance says, a guy said there were prion metal shavings on a YouTube video. He placed a magnet on the chicken through the plastic, and the magnet stuck. So I went to the market and tried it. The magnet didn't stick. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. Yeah, you're welcome. Get a job. For sure. I couldn't remember. I was thinking, I was getting you confused with Blazing Hogs for a minute there. Because I was like, I knew I gave Blazing Hogs a wrench. I was like, why don't you have a wrench? You guys both deserve it. I ate pork raw? Yes. I eat everything raw, for sure. Bradley David Good to see you, man. Hope everything is well. I watch your videos from time to time when they pop up on YouTube. Looks like you're doing well, man. Am I Jewish? No. I'm like probably 75% German, 10% Scandinavian, and British. Enlightened Supremacy says, are you not worried about salmon hell? No, I'm not. What's up, Jeremy? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Goober says, what's your favorite chord on the piano? This one. C, D, E, F, G. G, A sharp, and D. That's my favorite one. What do I use for washing clothes? I use soap nuts, dude. You guys ever heard of soap nuts? Yeah, soap nuts will clean. I mean, I don't have like super dirty stuff, so I don't know about like grass stains and mud and shit like that. But I started buying 100% cotton clothes, and I wash them in cold water, and I don't dry them. I just hang dry them, so they stay the same size. They don't really shrink that much, and I just wash them in cold water with soap nuts, and it works fine. You don't need like a bunch of chemicals and like scalding hot water to clean your clothes, man. Steve Mack with the super chat. First super chat of the year. Thanks, dude. He says, thanks for showing the knowledge you picked up along the way so we don't have to read every different book or go through the same mistakes. You're tempting me to follow on Insta so I can catch up. Oh, for sure. Yeah, dude. Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, like, thanks for the super chat, by the way, dude. Appreciate that. If you guys want to follow me, I'm on Instagram pretty much 3-4 times a week. I do live stream on there too. I'm on TikTok. Follow The Natural Human Diet on TikTok. So I make like little short videos and I'll post them on Instagram. But Instagram is just really quick and easy. I like the platform. It's easier to interact with people on Instagram because they can direct message me. But anyways, there's a lot of information on Instagram that I'm posting that you guys aren't seeing if you're not following me on there. So follow me on there, and also I have another Instagram channel called Primal Book Club. So follow Primal Book Club on Instagram if you guys want to see all the books that I've read and that I recommend. It's catching on pretty quick, man. I got like 520 subs so far on there, so a lot of people are interested in the books. So if you're interested in reading, check that out. Get a job, since I think the salmonella scare might be overblown. Yeah, I think so too, dude. I don't understand what it even is. Like, I think it's a combination of cooking with maybe the chickens were fed poor feed, and it throws off their bacteria, and then you cook it, and then you mutate the bacteria. Like, it's just a combination of shit. Steve Max says, shit, I should have sent directly via PayPal. Yeah, you could have. It's all good, man. Jeremy says, I just got my dinner starting with raw chicken thigh from the store. I like spices on it. Yeah, and everybody check out Get a Job's channel. Get a Job's got an outstanding channel. Very good stuff. Steve Mack Productions. No shit, I'm German, Irish, and English. Haha, Gaelic and Germanic roots, buddy. Nice, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I'm basically German, Scandinavian, British, and then a little bit of Irish. So that's funny, man. Birds of a feather flock together, as they say. I wish I could prep myself for these. I wish I had time to prep myself for these streams a little bit better, and I could like play videos and stuff. But I don't really have anything off the top of my head that I can play at the moment. It's all good. Maybe I can play some music. Randonium says, hey man, what's the most helpful EMF protection if you had to choose one? A Faraday cage to sleep in at night, because sleeping is so important for healing, restoring mitochondrial function in your body. So get a cage, build a cage out of aluminum mesh wire metal screening for windows. Or you can buy, if you want to spend some money, buy a silver lined fabric and you can drape it around your bed, underneath your bed and stuff. But yeah, I would say a Faraday cage is probably the most important thing. So you're getting restful sleep, melatonin production, because Wi-Fi and EMFs inhibit your melatonin production. So make sure you build a cage. That's probably the most helpful for sure. I mean, you can wear like a shirt, you can wear like a hoodie and stuff too to protect you too. Blankets, there's EMF blankets. There's all sorts of stuff. Bradley says, yeah, man, doing well enough to enjoy life more and relax the diet a little more, but not too much. Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for the nice words. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with relaxing the diet a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Whatever you can digest, you know? I've been eating a little bit more rice lately, too. Jay says, what do you think of raw milk? I love it, man. I drink it all the time. I've been drinking like 2 gallons a week. What's up, buddy? What are you sniffing around down there? What are you doing? Chris Lucas, this is what I do with my hair. I wash my hair with just water, dude. And then like once a month I'll wash it with like a raw egg. It stays pretty legit. I just use water, dude. Bradley says, yeah, I think when the chickens eat junk and are cooped up and their microbiome goes bad. I think so too, dude. I think it's a combination. Like, that's how like the mad cow disease thing came about. It's like a combination of what they're feeding them, which is like changing their gut biome, and then maybe making it permeable so things are passing through to their brain or something, and then cooking it on top of it. I don't understand. You know, it's complicated. It could also be chemicals too. When chemicals are involved, it confuses everything. But if you're ever in doubt of what causes disease, you can pretty much almost always rely on the option of chemicals. It's like some kind of chemical. Randonium says, Dissolving Illusions by Roman Bistranck, and Suzanne Humphries has been a fascinating read. Oh, that book is like one of my favorites, man. That's a fantastic read. Everybody should definitely read that. Robert Ratcliffe says, raw mackerel is tasty. Yeah, I've heard that. I have not had a raw mackerel yet. Steve Mack, another problem with chickens, buddy, is that in some countries, true for England, the shitty farms give the chickens vitamin E supplements that make their livers diseased. It's made me sick once. Wow. Interesting. Have to question your farmers. Yeah, it's good to know. Nathan says, just bought the materials for my EMF cage. You'll love it, dude. You'll sleep like a baby. Melancholy Romantic, if you had a young child, would you feed them raw meat? Of course. Maybe wait till they're like 6 months, but I would, you know, mince it up for them into like a paste, you know. I would give them liver and raw meat, and oh yeah, for sure. If I'm ever blessed with children, you guys will see the healthiest kid in the world. I would never show it on the internet though, because they would call the police on you. Steve Max says, what's toxic for the animal is toxic for the predator eating it. For sure. It all comes through. I just got done reading Toxic Legacy by Stephanie Seneff. It's all about glyphosate and Roundup and just how bad it is for everybody and everything. It's just terrible, man. all the glyphosate is going into the plants and it's going into the soil, and then wild game is going out and eating the GMO crops, and then so if you eat wild game, you're getting glyphosate in your system, and it's terrible, man. Glyphosate is horrible. It's linked with autism. It's horrible. You got to read the book. I wish I could say more, but I would probably get this stream banned. So if you want to hear some more information about autism, glyphosate, and certain medical procedures that could cause that, read the book Toxic Legacy by Stephanie Seneff. Jay Valani says, did you notice an adjustment period when moving to raw milk? I've been lactose intolerant my whole life, so I haven't touched any dairy until recently when I started drinking raw milk. Not at all, man. Not at all. I adjusted to it perfectly. Blazing Hogs pork chops doesn't get better than that. They were freaking good, dude. It tasted like bacon. Like pork belly. Jay Villani says, so far I've been getting a lot of gas and I'm wondering if this is just temporary. The milk hasn't flared up any skin symptoms, which has been great. Do you know what they're feeding the cows? For sure. I think I get a little bit of gas, maybe from like butter and milk. I'm not even sure, but maybe a little bit, but it's nothing bad. I just totally ignore it. Desmamoto says, if you could only eat one animal food, what would it be? Probably beef. I mean, I could eat beef every day. Any kind of beef. Steve Max says, glyphosate and Roundup. Yeah, well, man, I definitely need to get back on Instagram and follow the book club. Wish you're on Telegram, too. I actually am on Telegram, dude, but I don't really post much on there. I can't handle more than like one social media at a time. I was never even a social media dude before I started doing this, so it's been quite the adjustment for me to do like live streams and post on Instagram. I can't even do it every day. I'll go days without posting on social media. Because I don't feel like it's necessary. I don't feel like people need to see me every single day. Like, in real life, you wouldn't see your friends every single day, right? So why do people feel the need to post every single day? Or like make a video on YouTube every single day? That just seems insane to me. So I try to just kind of poke in here and there and chime in, but I understand that, whatever. You're kind of fighting the algorithm at that point, because if you're not posting videos every day, then people lose interest in your channel. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe I don't want people on my channel that are addicted to social media and need videos every day. You know what I mean? Maybe I want people that are a little more balanced. So, whatever. I just do what I do. But I have a Telegram. I think it's just the Natural Human Diet. But it's just like a backup thing. Just in case everything goes to shit and they delete everything. What pesticides would you use in place of glyphosate? How about no pesticides, How about you just grow your own stuff in your own garden, And he says, my family thinks I'm crazy for avoiding agrochemicals and glyphosate, etc. Oh, I'm sure. I bet they love me. I eat raw meat and sleep on a cage in the floor, Yeah, it's like people that are smarter than other people will look crazy to those people at first. That's kind of what it is. Like, I know people that are smarter than me, and when they come up with like ideas and stuff, or they're like trying to explain something to me, my first thought is like, this guy's freaking crazy, because what he's saying is like breaking my mind. Like, when people expose you to new ideas or new concepts, it's like shattering your mind for a moment. So you got to really just kind of relax into it and just try to absorb it and be open-minded. That's really what it's all about, is being open-minded, so it doesn't like shatter your framework. Yeah, it's interesting, Steve. Yeah, I think You know, I think lactose intolerance comes from when they pasteurize the milk. They boil the lactase out, or the enzyme that digests lactase. Ella says, I'm thinking of raising my own pigs in the forest. Hey, yeah, it could be good, man. Steve Max says, I'm sure I would enjoy your posts every day, but I'm glad you're spending time off the socials, mate. Not good for the dopamine receptors. Exactly, dude. It's all about that balance. Like, I want to help people, answer questions for people, which is mostly what I do on Instagram every day. I'll have 5 or 10 messages a day on Instagram that I answer every single day. I answer everybody's messages, man. I don't care who it is. Just to help guide people or whatever. So I don't want to give up social media, which, I mean, to be honest, I would love to. Because, yeah, it's not good for your dopamine. That's basically the problem. So you got to find that balance. You got to take breaks. Like, I don't get on social media from like 7, pretty much from like 7 until like 7 every day, because I'm at work and stuff. So RJJ says, I know of a few rugby players in South Africa who got motor neuron diseases, ALS. It seems pesticide fertilizer related. It sure does. It could be pesticides. It could also be from certain medical procedures, which I think that was in the case of my dad. My dad actually died from ALS, dude, so I know all about it. And he was in the military and got all sorts of shots. Jay says, what do you mostly use for hydration? Water, juice, milk? Right now, milk. I just sip water, man. Like, I drink maybe a couple ounces of water a day at the most, but lots of milk. Like in the morning, I'll drink like a quarter of a quart. And then at night, I'll drink like another good glass. And then a little bit of kombucha. It's a good song. Bald Primal, how do you get magnesium in? I sometimes get random painless muscle twitches. Yeah, I had that problem too, dude. Muscle twitches. I actually still have muscle twitches sometimes. But yeah, I've gotten that. I've had that for years, dude. It started like kind of in my eyes. My eyes would twitch. And then I would get twitches on the side of my head up here. It's pretty bad. I thought I was getting MS for a while. My mom got diagnosed with MS, so I was like, shit, am I getting MS? And that's what got me onto like the carnivore diet and like the raw meat diet. So to answer your question there down the road there, Desmomoto, what made you switch to the natural human diet? I thought I was getting fucking MS, dude. Like, I just felt like shit. All sorts of weird little things popping up in my body. Chronic fatigue, mood problems, brain fog. I was having balance and like coordination issues, muscle twitches, just feeling like total crap, dude. So I just decided to, instead of going to the doctor, I decided to just change my diet and see what happened. And I'm just way healthier today, man. Way, way, way healthier. How do I get magnesium in though? I think oysters is probably my main source of that. I think milk has a little bit too, but oysters is where it's at. Black Ortho says, thoughts on a larger amount of raw diet being fruit. Is keto a large portion of the benefits, or is it all about being raw? Thanks for answering, been helpful. Keto, I would just ignore that completely. That's just going to get you down a rabbit hole, unnecessary rabbit hole. Just focus on raw. Raw is the basis of the diet that I'm on. That's the whole point, is stop cooking all the nutrients out of your food, cooking all the enzymes out, all the beneficial bacteria. Stop cooking it out of the dairy and things like that. Raw is the main focus. And you can eat, 1 fruit, 2 fruit per day if you want. Eat some honey, eat some raw milk. If you want to eat some cooked starches, go for it. But if you follow that diet and you eat like the foundation of your diet is mostly like dairy and meat and eggs, you're going to have a hard time eating over 75 grams of carbs a day, 50, 75 grams. Opium says, what's up, Natural? I'm dead. I'm the guy who emailed you about mailing me some raw eyeballs. Is there an email you would respond to quicker? I have some questions about COVID. No, that's my main email, dude. And yeah, I went down to pick up some heads today, and they had no fresh heads. They had 0. All they had was 2 frozen heads, so it's been hard to get them. But yeah, you can email me there. Santa Rivera, greetings from Cali. Greetings. Opium says, I gave up social media, so I email you. No problem. How long have you been eating like this? Over 3.5 years now. Sebastian says, military also gets the worst food in every country, for sure. Steve Max says, I get a twitch in my right eye from time to time when I ate a meal of liver and bacon. It went away for a month. It came back recently, so I need to up my organ intake again for a bit, I think. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, liver's... I'm learning about copper. Copper is like so crucial to health, man. Look up copper. It's like responsible for so many processes in the body. But it's I think copper deficiency is what causes gray hair. So, which is interesting. I noticed when I got on this diet and I was eating a lot more liver and stuff, which is high in copper. My gray hair was either reversing or it just stopped being produced. I mean, I still have them there. You can still kind of see a little bit. But, I mean, pretty sure it's reversing. Because I think copper's responsible for the production. So, if you're worried about gray hair, eat more liver. Shane says, what's up, Wes? Have you ever had any issues digesting raw milk or dairy? I've been drinking milkshakes recently. I find my stools have been bulky. No, never had any issues digesting raw milk or pasteurized milk or anything like that. Maybe try to drink less. Maybe you're drinking a little bit too much, you know. Lots of honey helps with minerals. Yes, it does. Polybug says, do you know a reliable website to get brain? I've heard that Frank Tufano's website has brain. Frankie's Free Range Meats. I've heard that, but I think it comes frozen. Other than that, Miller's Organic Farm is going to get you the best brain. Opium says, what do you do for work? What's your career? I remember you said in a live stream that you worked for a farmer and you paid in fresh animal products rather than money currency. I can't remember what I was talking about there, but no, I don't work for a farmer. I work... well, my boss does have a farm, but I work at it's a door company, so we have like a metal shop where we produce hollow metal steel commercial door frames. And we sell doors and door hardware. And I basically manage the production side of that. And I also do a little bit of production myself, but mostly managing. So I work in a shop. I work in like a metal shop every day. Desmomoto says, raw. I can eat half steak rare or medium rare. I can eat 2 pounds. Why? Probably because cooking pre-digests the food. So you can digest it a lot faster. You can eat more. So it is, I mean, cooking is sort of like a hack. It's a way to get more food into your system at one time. Yeah, copper's huge. Copper is huge, man. It's like one of those like missed things because people don't eat like a lot of liver and stuff like that. So they're like deficient in it. Melancholy Romantic, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. I'm eating a raw food diet very similar to yours. I would like to get off of the T3 I'm taking. Is it possible to get off these medications? Yes, for sure. Look into eating raw thyroid, or you can even look into like desiccated thyroid glands from animals. I'm actually taking some right now because I love the idea of taking glandular supplements. So look up glandular supplements, and it can be a replacement for synthetic thyroid medications, which I think is what you're talking about there. I think that's what you mean by T3. So look into that. But yeah, and also you can eat actual raw thyroid. If you get on Amos Miller's Organic Farm website and become a member, they will ship you raw thyroid. And Augenus claimed that people with thyroid issues could eat those and it would fix their problems for at least 6 months at a time. So check that out. Look into that. John Walker says, has eating brain made you smarter? I don't know, dude. It's hard to say. I know this diet has definitely increased my IQ a bit, for sure. Or at least got it back to where it used to be. Because I was feeling really dumb and brain foggy there for a minute. But it's still coming back, dude. I mean, all of the heavy metals and just drugs and alcohol and just all this shit. Sugars and crap that just destroyed my body and brain for years. Did a number on my brain, dude, but it's definitely coming back for sure. And brain, I think, helps like detox that stuff out a little bit better. Desmomoto says, do you eat lots of honey? What is your take about honey? Yeah, I usually put like a big tablespoon, like probably 2 tablespoons worth in a big jug of milk every night before I go to bed. So I don't eat lots of it, but I'll get some usually about every day. Opium says all of Frankie's free-range meat comes frozen. They also sent me a smelly, disgusting 7-pound steak box, and I hadn't bought it from them since. Did you talk to him? Get some customer service on that, dude. RJJ, Desmomoto, there's a technique to eating raw meat, shredding with the incisors once I figured out the fun began. Steve Mack Productions with another super chat. Thanks, buddy. Heading to bed, mate. It's late here in the UK, but had to interact after a while. Missing your content. All the best. Hopefully talk soon. Thanks, man. I appreciate you coming back. Have a good night, buddy. I'll try to be back on here more for you guys. I do miss streaming too. I've been feeling really bad about not being on here. Like, it's been getting me my conscience. What is this stupid? There we go. Whoops. Sorry about that. There we go. Chris Lucas, how much liver can you consume per week? I wouldn't eat more than a pound. You just gotta go with what's natural. What would you naturally have eaten, like, in nature? But it seems to me like a pound a week is probably enough. You know? Maybe a pound or two. Enlightened supremacy with the deep question here. Do you feel a childlike feeling, and what do you feel in terms of spirituality? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I'm a total goofy kid inside. Like, I've always been a kid inside, but there was a point in my life where I got away from that, and then it came back like a couple years ago when I started getting on this diet and kind of tuning my body into the higher realms out there. But yeah, like I'm pretty much always like goofing around, and when I'm with my friends, like I'm always trying to jack around and be funny, and like I feel very free and not bound down by life or anything like that. I'm always jacking around with my dogs and my nephews and just playing around with them, and but yeah, I feel, as far as childlike, I do feel very free and like open, and not plagued down by those stresses that can get you in your adult life, that can get a lot of people. I don't have any of that anymore. Like, I'm just completely free of all that. So, and I definitely feel like I'm experiencing life almost with like almost as like reborn in a way. But that's the diet had something to do with that. But this is a lot of stuff that happened outside of the diet. So yeah, I was definitely like a reborn, you could say, like a few years ago. So that's what I feel in terms of spirituality. And like spirituality to me is like I feel connected to the truth and like information, because I feel like there's like dark and light forces in the world, and the dark forces are here to hide information, whereas the light forces are here to bring truth and things like that. So I feel like once I got on this like healing journey, it got me tapped into the higher frequencies of truth. And so I started, it's like I almost saw like all the truths in the world at like the same time. And that's what got me into like the truth about like raw meat and cooking, and the truths about certain medical procedures that shouldn't be done on people, and the truth about viruses, and the truth about bacteria and parasites, and just everything, man. Like it all came crash down on me, and that's like, it was a big transitionary period in my life, which I think I'm still in right now. But yeah, good question, man. What's your cheese consumption like? I kind of go on benders, dude, but I just got a free wheel of cheese from Thomas Bain on Instagram. I won it, and it's like some of the best cheese I've ever had, man. It's from France. Raw unsalted cheese from France. It's so good. Red Pilled Girl 2, thanks so much for the chat, dude. Really fascinating stuff. I'm also heading to bed. Alright. Nighty night. See you hopefully on the next stream, which I'll try to be better at doing. Meteor Man, what's up, buddy? It says ammo is back in stores. Amazing. Stock up, dude. Bald Primal Tufano also sent me some expired lamb balls. Wow. Yeah. Let's just say I'm not surprised, without saying too many bad things about Mr. T there. Meteor Man just got 200 rounds of 40 caliber. Nice, dude. Stock it up, buddy. Polybug says, do you hunt? That is a very complicated question, man, that I've been dreading getting into. But let's just say I had a really, really bad detox from some deer meat, some raw venison. One of the worst detoxes I've ever had on this diet. And so I started looking into what the deers eat, the wild deers eat around here, and they eat all of that glyphosate sprayed. That's funny, dude. You just asked this question and saying, bro, and I'm answering it. So So yeah, all right. So this is what happened, guys. I ate this venison. 3.5 hours later, I got really tired. Went to bed when I got off of work, and then I woke up and threw up, and then I had diarrhea for like 6 hours. I ate the same venison, a different cut, but from the same animal. A few days later, and the same thing happened. Vomiting, diarrhea for 5 hours. Okay? First time it's ever happened to me in 3.5 years. So I started looking into, people have been warning me about raw venison, wild venison around like the Midwest and stuff because of the GMO crops, because of what they eat for a long time, but I just never paid any attention to it. But I started doing kind of a deep dive on it after that happened, and I started realizing that I think I just got poisoned from the chemicals in the deer meat. But it still doesn't explain why when I ate raw venison last year, that didn't happen. And it doesn't explain why when I ate the liver, even though I didn't like the taste of the liver, that didn't happen on the liver. So I'm really confused by the whole ordeal, but the main problem is that I was ready to get like a crossbow, and I was ready to start practicing to go hunting next year. But I'm not going to hunt because I refuse to eat venison that has been eating GMO crops. So I want to tell everybody that's thinking about eating or hunting in the Midwest or hunting venison or eating venison, I would not do it, dude. I would not freaking do it because I just read a book on it. I'm pretty sure I've experienced it myself firsthand, but that glyphosate 100% stores in the muscle meat. That's a fact. And it also stores in the organs 100 times more concentrated than it does in the muscle meat. So you're getting all that glyphosate in your body. So yeah, all the wild game is basically tainted if they're around cornfields. It's sad, dude, because I was getting ready to go hunt next year, but I refused to do it. But I handled it, yeah. To answer your question, Insano Bro, have I ever experienced a heavy detox? How'd you handle it? That was the most intense detox that I've ever had in my life. And I still don't know 100% what caused it. I never will, but I can only speculate that it was like some kind of chemical poisoning. But I handled it like a beast, dude. I mean, 4 or 5 hours later I was fine, but I was like deathly ill for 5 hours. Polybugs, I was wondering about deer. I'm also in the Midwest and always wonder. Yeah, it's a problem, dude. It's a major problem. And I think that's what's killing like the quail and pheasant populations too, is all those chemicals. Chris Lucas says, I had no idea that would be a factor. Even the wild deer aren't safe. Yes. Adonai says, why didn't you put sour cream in your potatoes? Because I don't have any sour cream. It's a good question, though. Yeah, sour cream is freaking awesome. I should do that. It's hard for me to get cream, man. I got to order it from Miller's Farm. And my local farmer is like usually out of cream, so... Jar says, sometimes when it's time to detox, your body just goes through it. It doesn't necessarily mean that the deer was poisoned. It doesn't. You're right. That's why the whole thing is very confusing. But even so, regardless of my experience with that particular deer, I know for a fact that deer from the Midwest are poisoned because all they do is roam cornfields that get sprayed. And that's all they eat, is soy and corn and GMO stuff. So that's a fact, right? So... but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what caused my detox. But it sure seemed like some kind of poisoning, dude. It was like really bad, man. Like, because usually I don't detox like that, you know? I don't go through like intense detoxes like that. My detoxes come in the form of like, I'll feel like tired after work one day and I'll just go to bed at like 6 o'clock, you know? Like stuff like that. Like I know when it's time to rest and heal and things like that. Like I'm really in tune with my body and stuff. So it's very like out of the ordinary for something to just come and just hit me like a train and make me throw up and just like shit for like 6 hours straight, you know? Like literally 6 hours straight. It was just really odd. Especially like 3.5 years into the diet, you know what I mean? When I'm just eating nothing but like organic, chemical-free food. Polybug says, what about hunting turkeys? Probably the same. Could be the same. I don't know exactly what turkeys eat in the wild, but it could be very similar. I've heard that turkeys, it's a little harder to hunt them because you got to like shoot them in the right spots and stuff, and they're like a lot harder to hunt because they're smarter. They're smarter animals than deer. But wild turkey sounds delicious. I would think turkeys would be more into eating like small animals and rodents and like bugs and worms and stuff than like grains. Randonium says, have you ever looked into Native American religions? Oh yeah, for sure. I love studying Native Americans and Native American religions and shamanism and all that stuff. I got tons of books on it, dude. I've read quite a few books on shamanism and shamanic practices and all that stuff. I find it deeply fascinating stuff. I think those guys were on point with a lot of things, for sure. Insano Bro says, you take hot baths? Very rarely, man. Very rarely do I sit down and take like a lymphatic hot bath. But I'm thinking about getting a deep far infrared sauna, which would take the place of a hot bath. It just goes around your body. It doesn't cover your head, and it's like the same kind of hot temperature detox. Cherry on Gray says, how often do you experience detox? It's really hard to say because it's so mild now that I'm like, I've been eating like some of the world's healthiest foods for 3.5 years every day. So it's hard to say when it happens because it's very subtle. But I would say maybe like once or twice a month. Once a month maybe I'll feel like, or once every couple months I'll feel like really, really tired for some reason. I don't know why. After work, and I'll go to bed like super early. Or maybe once a month or once every couple months I'll have like a lower back pain. Just out of nowhere. Like I'll just wake up in the morning and like my back will hurt super bad. Like have no idea what caused it, no idea, and then like a couple days later it's gone. So it's hard to say what causes that stuff, but I just contribute it to detox. Do you eat raw chicken? Yes, I do. Desmamoto. I eat raw chicken. I love raw chicken. It's really good. Insano Bro, I had raw chicken thighs with barbecue sauce using recipe for living without disease ingredients. It was tasty as F. No cursing on this channel, sir. This is a Christian raw meat channel. That sounds really good, dude. I may have to look into that. The more I get into this diet, the more those sauces seem actually really tempting, dude. But it's just a matter of how much effort I want to put into my meals, But I could probably sell this diet a lot easier if I had sauces involved, Because I think women especially are just repulsed by the idea of eating like raw stuff. They want like their sauces and spices and things, Something to kind of pretty it up a little bit. Hot Cheese says, I heard sauna is different than hot bath for your body. Hot bath resembles hot springs, but sauna is not natural. I'm not sure if I buy it. What do you think? I'm sure it's different. And instinctively, a hot spring or a hot bath does seem like it would be better than a hot sauna for some reason, because it's the water's like touching your body and probably pulling things out. But to say that a sauna isn't natural, I don't know about that. As long as you're not getting up to extremely hot temperatures, I think it's okay. It's just heating your body up the same way that like a hot spring would, right? And I've just heard so many good things about this deep far infrared sauna. It's called the Relax Far Infrared Sauna. I've heard so many good things about it, man. I'm probably gonna buy one, but they're super freaking expensive, dude. They're like $1,500. So I mean, it's not super expensive, but it's expensive. But I'm going to buy one probably this year after I buy a house. I'm going to throw a sauna in it. And I'm also looking into medicinal mushrooms. Like I'm taking some cordyceps mushrooms right now before I work out, which has been awesome. Nice energy. But I want to look into like shaga and reiki and turkey tail and all that stuff. I really like the idea of like mushrooms mixed with raw meat. Not in the same meal, but in the same diet. Jar says, do you drink green juice? Not as much as I should. So I think I got this idea from the Extreme Health Radio podcast, which everybody should listen to. Extreme Health Radio guy says that he drinks juices in the spring. And I think maybe into the summer, but mostly in spring. So you got to eat like seasonally. Like green juices don't seem like good to me in the wintertime. You know what I mean? Like in the winter, all I want to do is like eat like butter and eggs and cheese and meat. You know what I mean? Just like stock up on that fatty, saturated stuff to keep my body warm. But green juices sound really good like in the spring. So in the springtime, I'll probably make some up. Back when I start eating fruit again and stuff. And Sina Bro says you gotta take them hot baths. Oxygenous vegetable oil stay in the tissues and can't be detox unless you take hot baths. For sure, yeah. I did one like a few weeks ago and it was intense, dude. And I was feeling intense after that. Bald Primal, does raw cream ever go bad in the fridge or does it become sour? Yeah, I think it just turns to kefir, dude. It just, basically goes sour. Polybug says I did an experiment and left the raw chicken out on my counter for a week. I didn't die after eating it. Mind-boggling the stuff they're lies. Yeah, isn't it crazy? The more you just dig into this stuff, you're like, dude, they're lying about everything. Like they tell you, like when you buy store-bought eggs, not to put them on the counter because the protective coating has been taken off the egg. Dude, I buy eggs from the store and I put them on the counter for like 3 weeks to a month, and I've never been sick from it. Just don't believe anything, man. Experiment for yourself. The Randonium says, right on, Nordic shamans also had lots of wisdom and also ate a lot of amanita mushrooms. Yes, they did, man. All that stuff is just super interesting to me, man. I think it's really like a deep, lost form of like knowledge and wisdom. Love Face XYZ, get your dirty little skanky messages out of here, yo. I'm gonna ban you, dude. Little freaking porno stars. Get out of here, yo. Love Face XYZ. How these little skanks get on here. Brian M says, hey Weston, thanks for the coziest of raw meat streams. No problem, dude. We keep it chill over here. We keep the vibes chill. Tino Bro says, last time I took a hot bath, my eyes were bloodshot red from the morning. They were back to normal. Yeah, I feel like that. I had that experience too with my hot bath, man. It was like super bloodshot eyes. Polybug says, I experiment with making the micro cracks on the eggs to age them quicker. So far, so good. LBC says you need kefir grains to make kefir. I don't think so. I think you can make kefir with just like natural. You can make kefir with like spit. I believe you can like spit in it. I think you can do it with honey too. But kefir grains, I think, make the best kefir in my opinion. I made some really good kefir with kefir grains. Hachi says, I've been eating raw eggs for 20 years. People still freak out when I do it at work. LOL. Isn't that crazy? It's the natural form that the food comes in. It comes out of the animal that way. And then to eat it, people freak out. It's nuts, isn't it? Hachi says, imagine eating raw meat at your work desk. Yeah, I would. What are you gonna do? You gonna change yourself for other people? Oh, buddy. Have I heard about cold therapy, cryotherapy? Yes. It's very interesting, dude. You know, it's easy to get overwhelmed with all the different things that people do to get healthy and heal their bodies, and it's like it's easy to be skeptical too, because you got one person saying, "Yo, you get cold therapy is going to help heal your problems," and other people are like, "No, you don't want to expose your body to cold temperatures." Blah blah. It's like, I think everything might be right. You just got to believe in everything. Because if people are promoting it, there's got to be some kind of truth to it, right? Like, when it comes to healing. But maybe it's also placebo. Like, maybe it's also like what you believe heals you actually heals you. You ever thought about that? I think there's a lot of different not wicked, but there's a lot of different wild forces out there that are influencing people's health and things like that. And I think just literally like what you believe could actually influence your healing. If you believe you're going to heal, you're going to heal. If you believe this diet will heal you, it may heal you. If you believe that this will make you sick, then you may get sick. If you believe you're going to get COVID, you may get COVID. You know? Like, how do you know that's not true? That's the type of stuff I think about, man. Like, there's different forces out there that are sort of like spiritual forces out there that are like influencing the physical world, and what you believe influences the spiritual world in a way. So, gotta think about that, dude. Jim Carp 98, haven't seen you in a while, dude. Good to see you, man. Brian M says, why did I hear raw whites don't get assimilated or it hurts, but cooked makes it safe, digestible? I've heard that same thing so many times over the last couple years, dude, and I've looked into it. I think it's the avidin biotin thing or something like that. I don't understand. I don't understand it, dude. Why would cooking an egg be better than eating it raw? I don't get it, dude. I don't worry about it. I just eat my raw eggs and I feel like $1,000,000 every day. LBC says, do you mouth tape when you sleep? No, I don't. I practice mewing, though, which is like proper tongue posture. So every time before I go to bed, close my mouth, stick my tongue forward to where it's like touching the back of my teeth, and it's out of my breathing airway, and I just fall asleep like that, and I don't breathe through my nose at night. So you can just train yourself to breathe that way. But you can keep your mouth shut that way naturally just by doing mewing, you know, tongue posture techniques. Jeremy R says there's something to that, Wes. I really think there is, dude. I really think there is, man. Like our beliefs influence the world in a way. Jim Carp 98 says some people think cold therapy is bad because it gives you an adrenaline dump and inhibits muscle growth, but it's good for controlling inflammation. The mind is powerful. Yeah, ice is like the best control of inflammation there is, for sure. That's what they say. At least acute inflammation. Bradley David Good says, I just eat the yolk. The white does not make me feel as good. I think the white is just protection for the yolk. It is not food. I've heard that argument too, man. It's something that I don't have an answer for, really. I don't have an answer for that one yet. That could be true. There could be something to it. I feel like I like the yolk better too than the white. So, but I've never actually experimented with it enough to see if it makes me feel as good, I guess. So I gotta experiment with that again, because that comes up from time to time on my channel, is the whole egg white thing. And I know people that do that same thing, they eat the yolk. Kind of makes sense. It's protecting the yolk. Nevermore says, tried fermenting raw milk with anything added. I mean, I've fermented raw milk with kefir grains, and it turned out really good. Brian M says, cold heat exposure moves our fluids like the moon pulls on the waters. Static indoor temps keep our fluids static. That makes sense, dude. Yeah, it's kind of like why I like living in Nebraska, too, because we have that. It gets extremely hot in the summer. It gets up to 105 degrees in the summer. And then in the wintertime, it gets down to like -10, -20. Even colder with wind chills, -30. So I love that like extreme temperature fluctuation because I think it's good for you. Also, I've been doing a lot of jumping up and down in my workouts. So I'll lift weights, and in between sets, I'll jump up and down 100 times. That's really important for moving the lymphatic system. Maximin VS says, egg white binding with biotin helps dissolve biocarbons. Huh. According to Gelinas. Helps dissolve biocarbons. Okay. Polybug says, in nature, when we would crack the egg, the white would fall out naturally and we would go for the yolk. Huh. You guys might be right, dude. You guys might be right there. It actually does intuitively seem like you might be right. Hachi says, have you ever tried Chilean sea bass? First time I ever ate it was raw. Obviously, it was amazing. I haven't. Need to, though. The Enlightened Manx says, bro, you got bigger. Is your food making you hencher? Dude, interesting. You noticed that, huh? You're the first one that's noticed that. Yeah, I've been putting on a pretty good amount of muscle, dude. And, been putting on a lot of muscle, and I put on a lot of weight, too, on purpose. While I was lifting weights, I was trying to see how much... I just wanted to put on some weight, man. Put on some muscle. This is also like a pretty puffy shirt. But... I've put on some pretty decent size. Take this puffy damn thing off. But... just by lifting weights, dude. Lifting weights and eating a lot of food and drinking a lot of raw milk. So this is my thermal underwear, which I wear every day in the wintertime for months. But I've been doing a lot of upper body workouts. This is my EMF protective shirt that I wear over my stuff. But yeah, I'm up to like 210 now. Something like that. Probably put on like 10 pounds. Randonium says, Agenus said that you need vegetable iron if you eat a lot of eggs, and I can't lie, I feel amazing after drinking vegetable juices once in a while. Yeah, I always felt good drinking juices, man. It's just a matter of doing it. Like, I think doing it in season is the key. Maintenance says, I don't know if that counts as fermenting. It tastes sour and really good. Enlightened Man says, you're like a tank now. Yeah, dude, I put on muscle pretty easily when I hit it hard, dude. I do pretty intense upper body workouts, man. Like, I'm benching probably... probably almost like 315 right now. Most I've ever bench pressed was probably like 350. when I was in my like mid-20s or whatever, but I'm up to 315 already, dude. Like, and that's just lifting for a month and a half. I'm trying to see how big I can get on this diet, dude. That's just why I'm eating a lot of potatoes and shit like that. Victor Hugo says it's normal to feel exhausted during the first days with ketogenic diets. Probably until you get fat adapted. Until you get used to burning fat for energy. You're going to feel pretty crashed off no carbs. But you just got to stick it out, man. Because like the energy you get from from burning fat over carbs is much cleaner. And it's much more of like a slow trickle. Than that up and down energy you get from carbs. Is raw pork safe? Yes. Check out my last stream. I ate some pork chops. It's good stuff. How was your sleep? I'm asking because I know you were sleeping in a way to avoid EMF. Oh, my sleep is awesome. I sleep super deep. I fall asleep within probably 10 minutes every night. I sleep 8 hours. I dream every single night. Intense dreams. Not as intense as when I eat brains. But, yep. I sleep well. Hachi says, I'm curious why you're adding potatoes. Well, I first started eating them again because I was just kind of craving them for some reason, like craving starches. But now I'm just doing it as an experiment, dude. So my experiment is I want to see how big and muscular I can get on this diet. And so I started eating a lot more potatoes and raw milk. Like I went months without drinking raw milk, and now I'm back to drinking like 2 gallons a week. So I drink 2 gallons of raw milk a week. I eat like a potato every day on the weekends, and sometimes I eat 2 potatoes. But I'm seeing if it helps out my workouts anymore, and I really think it does. So when I eat dinner with like a potato, and then I go downstairs in my gym, and I hit like the weights really hard, I can feel my body digesting those potatoes while I'm working out. So it's almost like it helps like power me through the lifts. It gives me like a different type of energy. So it's just like a little booster. I don't think there's anything wrong with adding some complex carbs in there. Jim Carp says, love eating brains, so nutritious. Yes, they are. Dude, I haven't had brains in a couple months at least. So I went down to the meat market today and I got me a couple heads. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes, guys. You guys got any final questions? I know there's 31 people here still, but I got to get rolling here. It's been almost a couple hours. Drew says, why is your skin red a lot? It's actually not, dude. It's actually probably the lighting. Lighting is everything, bro. My skin is actually pretty pale because we're in the winter time now, but it's just the yellow lighting or whatever. My skin's actually pretty white. Enlightened Manx says, are you eating raw meats, raw eggs, raw milk, or anything else raw, like raw cow balls, because of testosterone and zinc from them? Not as many balls lately, because I did hear that like supplementing cow balls for testosterone can stop your own testosterone production. So I'm just doing the straight diet, dude. I'm just doing the straight raw milk, lots of eggs, lots of milk, lots of eggs, lots of meat, lots of butter, and potatoes, and I'm putting on muscle like crazy. And I'm not even working out every day. I'm working out like a few times, 3-4 times a week. Jim Carp says, glad to see you doing streams again. Take care. All right, man. All right, Bradley. Brian M. Hot sauce. You speak about coffee or tea. I don't drink hot sauce or coffee. I drink a little bit of kombucha, though. But I guess tea has like a lot of fluoride in it, so I'm even thinking about quitting kombucha. Look into that, man. Look into tea and fluoride. It's not a good rabbit hole. Enlightened Meg says red means good blood flow and means healthy. That's true. You don't want to be like super pale white, for sure. But when it comes to cameras and stuff, it's all about lighting, dude. Like if I just put like a white light over here, it would look different. But these are actually yeah, I think these are like yellow lamps. Vader Hugo says, what's the best way to get free from anxiety and fear? Thank you for helping me. Good question. That's a good answer, Jeremy. Get out in nature. Getting your diet in check first off. Correct any imbalances that you have. Pray to God. Ask Him to remove all your fears and anxiety. You'd be surprised at what stuff like that can do. Ask the Creator to remove all of your fear. Getting away from EMF to non-native EMF is a big one too that can create anxiety. Raven Hannah says, check out Genetic Beast on YouTube. He has great info on building actual muscle through hyperplasia, not just bloating up the way gym rats do with fluid hypertrophy. Nice, okay. I will check that out. Genetic Beast. Nevermore says, caffeine is known to cause anxiety. Yeah, and so is alcohol, man. If you're drinking, dude, stop drinking alcohol, dude. If you want an anxiety disorder, drink a lot of alcohol. That's how you do it. Enlightened Meg says, I tried eating raw mink. I'm not sure what that is. It comes out like see-through jelly beans. Does that mean it's not digesting properly? I'm not sure what that is, though. Raw mink. Alright, guys, I'm going to roll out. Appreciate all of the super chats, people hanging out. I will try my best to do this at least once a week, if not more.